Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Hey, what's up? I didn't see you there. How you guys doing? It's another day. I honestly don't know what day of the 100-day challenge we are on, but it's been a little hectic leading up to today because we had conferences going on at my work, and now we had people coming in and everything. So it's been a busy last few days. So last few videos were kind of short and sweet until a point where I was just showing you guys the workout, talking through a few things, and then that's about it. Because I mean, I'm waking up at like 6, in office by like 7:30, 8 at the latest, and then a work day is not even over till like 5, maybe 6, and then we have like after work things like where we're all hanging out and like team building and bonding and dinners and shit. So it's taking up a lot of time is what I'm saying, but no excuse not to get in a workout where I can, you know. With that being said, done a pretty good job of hitting everything. Um, Glutes and hammies horrendously sore, and I mean horrendously sore. So out of everything, they are the most sore. So for today, I think I'm gonna kind of go active rest day today, and kind of tone it down just a little bit. So if you didn't see it, I talked about a chart that kind of shows. I'll put it right here. The chart that shows your steps in comparison to how many calories you would burn at a given weight. And so for where I'm at right now, with that being discussed, I need to burn about 300 extra calories today from activity. So I need about 6,000 steps today. But I'm thinking maybe I do some elliptical or some bike just to kind of help loosen everything up because I'm kind of feeling it. But regardless, today my plan is to show you guys kind of more nutritional side of things because on active rest days my biggest focus is on those macros and everything, making sure that I keep the protein high. 200 grams non-negotiable, has to hit 200 grams or higher today. The only thing I'm really changing is I'm dropping the carbs down. Normally I'd be around 120 grams. Do I always hit it? No. But today, like, really, I'm not having too many carbs. Like, I don't need it today as much because we're not lifting. We're kind of chilling out today. But what that does mean is that I have a little bit more allocation to give to the fats, which is fine because the fats are delicious, you know, like we're talking like cheeses, butters, creams, cream sauces. And so, like, the meals today are going to be a little extra delicious. They're going to be a little fattier, sure. But, like, the goal isn't to max out my calories today. Like, the goal is to keep at or slightly below what I would normally do. And that's also a non-negotiable. So biggest non-negotiables today, 1, calories, 1,900 calories or less. That's for me. Protein, 200 or more. Both of those need to be hit. And then I just need to hit my 600 total calories on my watch. I'm at 141 right now. Really not bad because it's still in the morning. And I already have 1,800 steps. So this morning what I was doing is while I was prepping the coffee, I was literally just walking around the house. Not even kidding. Nothing glamorous, nothing crazy. Walked around for like 10 minutes. It was like a 10-minute walk and I burned like 40 calories or something. I'm like, is that going to be everything that you need? No, absolutely not. That's not the point. The point is not to say that like walking 10 minutes is going to lose me all the weight. The point is that if I do that over and over throughout the day, that's going to stack up. I mean, 40 calories each and every single time, 10 times 400 calories. You know what I mean? Like, it stacks up, but it's so approachable and so easy. While I'm waiting for coffee, typically, I mean, I could just sit and scroll my phone, or I could walk around and scroll on my phone. So adding that little thing in makes the change much easier, much simpler. But biggest thing, I'm going to tell you guys a bunch of tips that I go through today and like what I do, why I do it, and like how it's helped me. And so I got the laptop here, going to be editing today. Got the book here because we're going to be chilling. And then I got coconut water right here because I am looking to stay really hydrated today, as well as get in some micronutrients, smaller things like that. Like this has a ton of potassium in here. I hope it lists it. Yep, 646 milligrams, 15% of your daily value. And then this also has vitamin C, 59 milligrams, which is 70%. So it's not like I'm like trying to make sure I'm hitting my percents. It's more about just adding it in consciously today. So I'm having this to get hydrated. It has electrolytes in here, so we're actually helping hydration even more with those electrolytes. And then the potassium to help with soreness and recovery. And then just other nutrients throughout the day. So, like today, I'll have a greens powder and another powder that's like an immuno powder, and that's just to again provide everything because we're trying to recover and like get back from all the soreness and everything. So, I just do the little things, random things to like boost the recovery along the way. So, morning consists of hydration, a little bit of walking, and kind of just chilling. Later on, I'm gonna do some like stretches and some movements that I've been doing just for like longevity's sake, because like being overweight for so long and like playing some sports and stuff, knees kind of got messed up. So I have some knee pain from time to time, and I'm just trying to avoid that and like bulletproof my knees. So I'll show you guys those, and then yeah, we'll get into some meals. I'm only gonna probably do like kind of a brunch and then dinner. Then yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you then. Alright, let's get to making some nom noms. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we do, I think it was just a few days ago, maybe last week, I did egg bites. This time, let's do like more of a personal egg loaf. If you don't have one of these, this is probably the hardest part, is finding something that's small enough that you could use. I think you could still go with the muffin tins. I know like the dollar stores and shit like that have a little aluminum tins that you could use. You could easily get one of those and toss it in there. Or maybe even those cake pans. You're just looking for something a little smaller, more personalized. It doesn't have to be this, you know. I'm just, I was happy that I found one. I didn't think we had one. So, perfect. But yeah, super easy. You're going to get over 70 freaking grams of protein in this. And it's going to be just a touch over 500 calories. So, super quick, super easy. All of it's going to be oven based. So you can like just prep it, toss it in there, do whatever you need to do, and then come back and it's ready to go. Alright guys, let me catch you up real quick on where we're at, because I'm making a separate video of this so you could go check it out if you want. If not, inside of here, I blended up 230 grams of egg whites, 1 egg, cottage cheese. You're going to think I'm crazy, but we don't have any. We have all fat-free cottage cheese, so this is the only snack where I'm using the 4% fat cottage cheese. So I actually just opened this up, used all of it, 200 grams in there, blended it all up, and you guys could see it's a nice, creamy, smooth texture. And then I sprinkled in 2 turkey sausage links, sliced up. Now, I'm about to bake up 2 slices of beef bacon. If you don't enjoy the like crunchiness of bacon, you can just toss them in here. It'll cook with the loaf if you're more of a flaccid bacon type of guy, and enjoy it that way. But I'm gonna cook these up real quick, just 2 slices, and then I'm gonna crumble them, toss them in there, and then it's in the oven. I have the oven set to 350. Oh, I forgot to mention, for seasonings, I'm doing black pepper, just to taste, you know, just adding it in. So I got black pepper, onion powder. I enjoy onions quite a bit. I'm a huge onion fan. Got a little bit of garlic salt to get the garlic and the salt in there. And then just a touch of paprika. You could go smoked, or in this case, I mean, we just have Spanish style, so that's what I'm using. But those are the only 4 that I'm putting in there. If you want to add peppers or onions or something, feel free, but I'm keeping this one fairly straightforward and simple. Alright, we got this baby in there at 400. We're going to go for like 10 to 15 minutes. You'll know. You'll see that the top's starting to get really solidified, and especially if you give it a little jiggle, it'll be a lot more solid. So now that I have those 10 minutes again to wait for that to bake, I'm just going to be walking around the house again, getting in steps. Very simple, very easy, and like I said, it's nothing special, it's nothing glamorous, it's just the simple little things that you can do throughout the day that like do make the difference. So I'll show you guys how many steps I end up getting, but it's this little quick stuff that you do while you're waiting for little simple things in between. I mean, walking's not hard, it's very approachable, very doable, and repeatable, and it's not like you're gonna hurt yourself walking around. I mean, maybe twist an ankle or something, but in general, like, you could just do it, and do it over and over again. And I'll show you, just with these 2 walks, you know, we're gonna be pretty far along in our day, and they're simple and easy, and it's in the house, because outside, it is freezing. Oh, you can't really see it. It's like maybe 10 degrees right now. Real feel this morning was like -3, so we'll see what it is. But heading outside right now, not in the cards, not in the cards. Alright, walk is complete. 10 minutes, 57 seconds, 693 steps, so another almost 700 steps added onto the day, and another 55 calories total. What were they active?
42 calories, so another 40 basically, which is perfect. Because now, on the day, we are at 272 calories and 3,181 steps. I'm telling you, pretty easy way to just keep stacking throughout the day.
Alright, she might not be the prettiest girl at the ball, but we got over 70 grams of protein in this baby, and it smells really good. So, 400 degrees, 15 to 20 minutes. I think it'll change depending on the pan you use too, so just be careful with that. But looking good. One sec. So we're talking just a touch over 500 calories, 535 calories, 72 grams of protein, 24 fat, and only 12 carb. So this is boosting up the fat. If you're against it or something, I mean, absolutely use all your fat-free stuff, and that'll help push it out. You could skip out on the bacon. That gives you a lot of natural animal fats in there. But like I said, for the gents and for the ladies, it helps with all of our hormones. For the gents, it's the testosterone, helps us continue building the muscle, helps us with metabolism, so many other things. Mental clarity, women, mental clarity, cycles, it's your estrogen, so even mood, and like, it's just pretty tasty stuff, let's be honest. All the fat stuff that we get in, like a juicy fat steak, juicy burger, things like that, So, not only from like a psychological standpoint, it's going to help you feel a little better about everything, and like genuinely from a hormone perspective, it's going to help you. But you can eat it as is, or this is where you could add in your salsas, your hot sauces, whatever it might be. But yeah, just over 500 calories, over 70 grams of protein. Come on, let's go. Classic homey taste, just like home cooking. And it's nice and cheesy because of all the cottage cheese we used. So it actually has that cheesy flavor, I'm going to assume, throughout because we blended it nicely. And then you got all those pieces of, then you got all those awesome pieces of bacon and sausage in there. Gonna hit the spot. Alright, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Gonna go enjoy this. Alright, so as of recent, one of the biggest things I've been working on is my hip mobility and hip flexibility, as well as like just strengthening and like getting back into that, because a lot of times there's weaknesses and external or internal rotation that cause issue with like the lower body movements. Your form breaks down when you don't quite have the strength, sometimes the mobility, but like being overweight and being so lazy for so long, and like having a seated job as well, none of those help whatsoever. So the biggest things here is like, for one, kind of working on the overall flexibility and just getting back into movement and feeling good, just, inside of exercises for one, and two, just like in movement and running. And as I'm doing like calisthenics and becoming more and more athletic throughout this fitness journey, I need to make sure that like I am capable and able to take it farther and farther as we go. So this is just me getting like just a little stretched out. This isn't any of the actual routine I'm going to be doing, but the routine I do have comes from Elasta Boy, and I'll put all the links to the socials and everything. But the one that I found from him is the stuck hips. He has a whole series of videos about that, and man, like it's made such a difference, and I can really feel the true, genuine difference in like squats, lunges, and even running. Like anything having to do with the lower body, I feel much better and much more in control in all of those movements. So, and it happened directly after adding this into like a weekly routine. I do this about once a week. Typically, it's my Sunday, but I mean, like we're having a chill day, so I figured I'd add it in. So, without further ado, so when it comes to like helping loosen up the glutes and the hammies, one of the best moves out there. Even if you have lower back issues, this goes back to what I was telling you guys just a few days ago. If you have lower back issues, sometimes it comes back to the glutes, the hips. It all leads up and tightens things up when they're weakened. So one of the best stretches you could do is put in your leg over. And originally, I used to grab a towel and loop it through right here, but then I moved to grabbing my pants and pulling like this, because like when you got a gut on you, it's much harder to reach. I remember not even being able to reach, but now this is like the full level that you do want to get to, even being able to grab here and pull up and in just to help you really stretch out. And you should feel it kind of on the back side of the leg, the outer side of this leg, and it just helps loosen things up in the glutes and the hips. And he says to give a light rock with it to help with that stretch. All right, another good one. I've seen that one before and I've heard about that one before. The one I haven't heard about is this one, this 90-90 sit. So having the leg out 90 degrees, having the back leg out 90 degrees, and then leaning forward and into this leg while keeping chest up and out and keeping the back straight or even arched in this case to help stretch out this front hip. This one, I couldn't even lean forward. I'd have to sit like this literally at the beginning just because I was so tight and couldn't work through this one at all. So like the amount of progress I have made in probably just like a month and a half has been awesome. And like, man, I don't know, I just feel much more like the stress in my lower body is so much less, and I feel so much more, I don't know, comfortable, you know? Like it just does not feel as crazy as it used to. Okay, and now I'll turn to the side on this one so you can kind of see from the other angle what we're kind of looking at. So you got that 90, and then leaning forward, helping yourself keep that back straight, chest up. Next up is to continue to help kind of open up the hips, because this is all about hip rotation, and we can rotate in and we can rotate out the leg, you know. So this one, pick a side, doesn't matter. Knee goes slightly up and slightly out, and then you lean back into whichever leg you decide to do that with. Oh man. All right, now that we have the stretching portion done, you can go into the strengthening portion, and this is where you can like really start to reap the benefits of what you've done. Like not only have you helped loosen everything up, but now you have the chance to like bulletproof all your lower body slowly and surely. One of the tests he mentions is this 90-90 sit with lifting and the back just a touch. 90-90 sit. If you have to lean over, you know you're pretty tight.
and I had to start off probably like all the way over here. But the biggest test, and this is hard, is if you can lift up without moving this a ton and without leaning over a ton. So let's see where I'm at now. So we're definitely getting there. Like, we got just a soft lean before I had to literally come all the way over here and kind of help myself like that. But as soon as you can get to the point where you can do it even partially, doing like 10 reps and kind of holding just a little bit, it helps work that internal rotation because we're turning our leg inward. And it's okay to lift the knee. But like, if you have to lift the knee in order to lift anything and you're just going like this, lifting the leg, I mean, that's not the idea. The idea is to start here and lift off. Sometimes I even hold this down to make sure that I'm kind of getting the right idea going here. Okay, and this might be where you can't quite follow along if you don't have these, but I actually bought these off of Amazon. I think they're like 20 bucks. This is just the loop resistance bands. This is second from the heaviest. I had to start out on second from the lowest, but I bought these literally for this, so that tells you how dedicated I am to actually getting this to a point where I am truly strengthening and aiding myself. So I just loop right above the knees, gonna lay sideways, and now we are going to do the clamshells. So 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here, and then just lifting up. And you will start to feel it kind of back here, kind of hip, kind of glute right in between. And that's perfect for me because I'm super tight right now in the glutes and hammies because of all the RDLs we did on leg day. And then last but not least, banded squats. So working on actually applying the outward force and not letting yourself cave in during your squats. And just hitting decent little dips here, but making sure you're keeping that tension the entire time. And this helps a ton with if you cave your knees, especially once you're getting into heavier and heavier squats. I mean, this is injury proofing yourself. So if you can keep working on this and getting better and better at this, you'll help yourself in the long run when you actually do your weighted squats. And that's it. Just those 4 stretching moves and the 3 strengthening moves. If you want to do multiple rounds, you can. But I mean, even the 1 round of each is where I've started, and it's helped me immensely because I couldn't even lift my leg. I was always like, honestly, everything just felt really tight. Like getting into the squat positions and everything, it just, I don't know, man. Sooner or later, like lower back and the hips, like, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. You just feel like you're much more movable and malleable and like comfortable in movements. So that's just the internal rotation. External rotation, if you guys want to see it, let me know. Otherwise, just check out his channel. He's got it all. And he's got way more than that. So, I mean, this is just the start for me to work on this. And this is something I don't normally do, you know. This is a whole other range of the fitness world. We're talking about like mobility and longevity here. And I just like being well-rounded. I like making sure that I don't have to worry about injury or anything like that. So why not take, what was this, 20 minutes? Why not take the 20 minutes at home to like help benefit myself in the gym or in any other thing I'm trying to get into, you know? So give it a try. Let me know what you think. If it's not for you, hey, at least you give it a try, right? All right. Now that I'm loosened up, I might hit the bike really quick for the elliptical or something, just to get in that little bit of activity. But I mean, on the day, 4,000 steps, 375 calories, so we're already more than halfway there. If we hit a quick 30, 45 minute on the bike, we can easily push ourselves up past 500 for sure. Maybe even hit that 600 if we go on the elliptical. Man. See, and this goes back to what I was saying. I felt super tight, and now I'm feeling pretty dang good. Like everything's nice and loosened up, and like, it's fantastic. What can I say? It just feels so much better. and I I can't put it into words unless you try it, and you've gone from feeling super tight and like just it's uncomfortable, and like sometimes there is pain with that. So like, why not do this and alleviate that? You know what I mean? Give it a try. I'll let you know what we end up doing. We'll get down to something.
And for dinner tonight, we are making a golden mushroom chicken casserole with cream of mushroom and mushrooms and chicken breast, of course. Right here is the chicken breast inside the cream of mushroom. Then you actually top it with the mushrooms. And of course, a little bit of seasoning here. We're just using some salt and some pepper, of course. We're using about 5 pounds of chicken here and the full package of mushrooms, which comes out to about a ½ pound. Then you're gonna set your oven to 350 and you're gonna toss that baby in for 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what kind of pan you use. Don't forget to top it with some foil. You could seal it on up, and that really helps steam everything in there and keep the chicken extra moist instead of drying anything out. And time for the big reveal. Looking good, looking good. Nice, bubbly, hot deliciousness. The smell is fantastic. And we're gonna top this with a special ingredient in just a second. But anytime I'm making dinner, my basis for what I'm looking for is a protein source, some sort of sauce to give it some pizzazz, and then some sort of veggie or starch to go alongside it and help fill me up. But this is almost straight protein and straight deliciousness with that sauce. Alright, time for our little secret ingredient topper. Crispy onions. These go freaking perfect with this chicken. I mean, who doesn't like chicken and onions, you know? And this gives it a nice little texture pop with the crunch. They have great flavor and they're really not too bad on the calories. So adding this in and just, again, with the soup or sauce in this case, like I'm calling it, it just adds that extra pizzazz and gives it some character. You don't want just chicken and broccoli every night or chicken and rice. This adds that little extra something and helps make eating more enjoyable, you know? Now, if you want those onions extra crispy, you can toss this back in the oven for just like 5 more minutes, crisp all that up on top, and come out with a really nice browned crispy top. And personally, I just love the extra crunch, and I don't know, just adds a little bit of extra flavor on there. Check that out. Nice, rebrowned. They're even crunchier and crispier than before. There's a still shot just so you guys can kind of see the total thing. And I'm grabbing one heaping plate, and this plate right here, 729 calories, 112 protein, 22 fat, 19 carb. Absolutely monster dinner. Let's get after it. Let's go. Happy gains.